Hey there, my name's Drew Brashler, and in this video, I wanted to show you a perfect case for your Behringer WING rack. Now, if you're brand new to my channel, I'm all about helping you feel more confident with your production gear, no matter where you're starting from. So let's go ahead and dive in. Now, since the release of the Behringer WING rack, I have been looking for a good solution for a rack that is able to be flied with. So I want to be able to travel with my Behringer WING rack and have enough space for some extra I/O built into the same rack that I put my Behringer WING rack in. Now, SKB has the 6U iSeries injection molded fly rack that's a depth of 13 inches. Now, this also comes with a case that you can actually travel with. So because it's a fly rack, not only do you have the rack, but you also have a case that this can go into that is not only watertight and resistant to corrosion, fungus, chemicals, everything like that, including UV, but it's also impact resistant and it's waterproof. And it is below the oversized baggage threshold. So it is under 62 linear inches, meaning that you can fly with this on a plane. Now you can't carry it on, it's too big for that, but you can check it underneath the plane. So not only is the case able to be easily wheeled through the airport with the built-in casters and the lockable handle that can retract into the case, but it also has Travel Sentry approved locks, which means that you can lock those latches, and TSA, if they need to inspect what's inside of that case, they can unlock it, inspect, and relock your locks without any damage to those latches. Now, like I was saying, this is 6U, and the Behringer WING rack only takes up 4U of height. So I selected this case because that gives me 2 extra rack spots to be able to mount extra things. So with my Behringer WING rack, usually I would be using this as a monitor rig. So I'm going to add in the Midas DN4816-0 so that I have an additional 16 outputs for my Behringer WING rack. So this is going to be a perfect solution for all of those who are wanting to use this as a mobile travel monitor rig. Now what's great is you have 12 3/4 inches between our rack ears, and then we also have some space in front and behind those rack ears once you actually set it into the case. So there is 1.825 inches from the front rail to the actual edge of the case and 1.75 inches from the rear rail to the edge of the case, giving you some extra space for not only the handles, but also maybe some cables that you have plugged into the back of your rack. Now, one of my favorite things that they don't advertise is that there is a little bit of space in between our rack gear and the actual edge of this plastic. So you can actually fit an XLR cable fully through the space in between the rack gear and the actual side of this fly rack. So you can easily wire up your gear inside of the rack and leave it connected. For instance, I have a Stage Connect XLR going between my Stage Connect on my Behringer WING rack and my Midas DN4816-0, and I can leave that connected the entire time. Now, what's great about having those 2 extra rack spaces available to us is we could put a DL16 in there, or we could put some of our personal monitoring things like a Hub 4 if you're using the DP48s or the P24 system. You can rack mount those and then have very short interconnect cables between your WING rack and those devices. Now, I have been a fan of SKB cases ever since I started using them a few years ago. Anytime I'm traveling, I'm using an SKB case when it comes to my actual gear because they are just so easy to travel with. Not only are they large enough to fit all of my devices, but they are robust enough to be able to carry on to a plane and travel with them. Now, if you want to find out more about this particular product, down in the description of this video, I have a link directly to SKB's site and a link on Sweetwater so you can purchase this and start racking up your equipment into a flyable rack. Now, I hope this video was helpful for you today. If you do happen to have any questions or there's a video that you're hoping that I would make, please put that in the comment section down below, as I'm always reading through those comments to find videos that are going to be helpful for you. If you haven't already, make sure to check out my website at drewbrashler.com. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day.